Welcome to another episode of AM Whiskey. I'm Aaron, and this is Mark. And today, what are we doing?
Got a little Penelope Toasted action. I think, what is this? This is, 100 proof, char number 4, toast heavy, 5-year-old MGP, batch 23-306, so a batch from last year. And this is the company that Ross and Squibb bought back. Or the company that Ross and Squibb bought to get their whiskey back. I don't know which way you want to look at it, but this used to be, all MGP slash
Big acquisition.
all MGP or Ross and Squibb type juice. That they just bought the company that had bought it from them. It's nothing like keeping the money in house.
Yeah. And I know this bottle got a lot of hype when it first came out.
Tons of hype. Couldn't find it at first when it first came out a few years ago.
It was hard to find. Now it's pretty much on the shelf.
Yeah.
And that might be because MGP bought Penelope out, so now they have access to more barrels. They can do a little bit more. I mean, MGP is huge. And Penelope was sourcing a lot of MGP, but now they have access to that whole portfolio.
Well, you would think. I mean, it is only a 5-year,
but
I get a ton of butterscotch on the nose.
It's got a good nose.
It's got a dark, sweet nose.
Yeah, I can see your butterscotch.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually getting a fair hit of alcohol for being only 100 proof. There's definitely some wood influence. I expected it to be a little sweeter than it was.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't get a whole lot of sweetness here.
A little bit in the mid palate.
Yeah, it's kind of drying on my palate.
Mm-hmm. There's wood up front, sweet, and then wood on the back.
Yeah,
really easy to drink. No spice to speak of at all.
I'm confused by this one. Yeah, see, I feel like I got some spice that I wasn't expecting.
A little bit there. But it's like a real light butterscotch.
It was a little sweeter on that one. I did get some of those caramels and vanillas. A little lighter tone on that second sip. Got some of those toasted notes.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like a light graham cracker. With a little bit of that like vanilla sweetness. Not so much the caramels or anything. It's
and they're
this one's interesting to me.
It is interesting. It's not nearly as sweet as you would think. But there is sweet there, but there's some pretty good, like that number 4 char and the toasted really I think shine through. I mean, there's a fair amount of woodsiness here.
Yeah,
finish is kind of moderate.
I gotta say, I thought I would like this better than I do.
See, I don't mind it so much.
Well, I'm not saying I mind it. It's a good whiskey. But with all the hype that was around it, I know when I first got into bourbon, I heard about this. I was like, man, I want to get a Penelope Toast.
Oh, yeah, me too.
And I couldn't find one anywhere.
Yeah.
So I was, all right, well.
It wasn't until recent that it started becoming available.
Right. And maybe that's why I expected more of this.
Well, I mean, $50.
Yeah.
So half the price of a 2XO.
Sure.
Half the price of, some of the other ones out there. Same price as the American Wood Finishing Series from 2XO.
Yeah.
Basically the same price as a 1910 or Woodford Double Oak.
I think I like the Elijah Craig Toasted better than this.
Yeah. Basically the same price. Totally different. Like the Elijah Craig is less wood, way more sweet. Maybe about comparable amount of spice, give or take.
I think I like that more.
Yeah, I could see that. I definitely don't think this is my favorite. For the amount of hype that was around this,
And I think that's where I think that's the problem, is because of all the hype that it had, and because it was a bottle that I was like, man, I really want, and I couldn't get. Now that it's available and I can get it, and I've moved further along in my whiskey journey, it's good.
More.
I probably expected too much out of it.
Well, the question is
Again, for the price of what it is,
yeah.
I think I was expecting too much.
Mm-hmm. The other part is
it's a solid pour.
It's a solid
good.
pour. It's 5 years old. The question becomes: is were some of those early batches at different age, right?
Maybe
they've had to change the age it's going in. Don't know. Either way, what would you give this?
6.6.
We're flipping. I'm going 6.4.
6.
I'm going 6.4. It's okay. I'll drink it. Have no problems with that. But it's just not hitting the right spots for me today.
Yeah, and maybe it's today. I'd be interested to see how it stacks up against some other toasted barrels, perhaps in a blind. If you'd like to see that, let us know in the comments. Maybe it's something we'll do. But until then,
keep the whiskey flowing.
Have a great night. Cheers. She's whining because she wants whiskey.
Oh, she wants bourbon.
Yeah.
The bourbon girl.
Sorry.
Should have that.
Josie's sitting out there.
You should have that sound bite in the video.
I can hear her whining because she wants to come in and
hang out.
Oh, she loves licking the bottles after I pour. Hoping she's gonna get some.